Scream 7, the next movie in the Scream franchise, is scheduled to be released in early 2026. So, on this video, I will reveal 7 Ghostface killers who represent the 7 deadly sins. I have selected 7 characters from the movies or the TV series, so I will only include Ghostface, no liquid slashers. The 7 deadly sins are pride, envy, greed, lust, gluttony, sloth, and wrath. Technically there are more sins, but these are just the ones that the Catholic Church usually acknowledges. Let's start off with the first sin, the original sin, pride. Pride is described as self-worship, self-adoration, sense of superiority over others, self-sufficiency, arrogance, and putting yourself first before others. The Ghostface killer who represents this sin is Jill Roberts.
I don't need friends, I need fans.
I was so close on putting Roman that I chose Jill instead. She wanted fame and attention more than anything else. She turned on family, friends, her boyfriend, even her accomplice. She killed him so that she could get all the attention. And she wanted even greater fame than Sydney's. So that's where the whole sense of superiority goes.
You're gonna know fame like you never even dreamed of.
And throughout the whole movie, she was very arrogant, especially at the hospital. So I'm giving Jill the pride mask.
Don't do anything stupid. Don't fucking tell me what to do.
Envy. Envy is jealousy and is the desire to have what other people have, whether materialistic or some type of status. A person that is envious is not happy with what they have, and they will try to retaliate or do some type of action against the person that they covet. Also, it is also known as the "if I can't have it, neither can you" sin. The Ghostface that represents envy is Roman Bridger. Despite being a Hollywood director, he was unsatisfied and unhappy with his life, and he was envious towards his half-sister Sydney. He envied everything his sister had, her success, her fame, and even the love of her mother, something that he couldn't have.
You're gonna pay for the life you stole from me, Sid. For the mother, and for the family, and for the stardom, and goddamn it, everything you had that should have been mine!
So out of spite, he orchestrated the death of his mother, and even although Sydney survived and became famous, he could not accept that and he was not happy for her success. So he started his own killing spree and attempted to ruin her and frame her of the kills. So I'm going to give Roman the blue envy mask. Greed. Greed is the selfish desire to acquire more of something, primarily materialistic, involving money, power, or status. The Ghostface that represents greed is Jay Elliott. The Ghostface from the 3rd season of the TV series is a stereotypical drug dealer. He is mainly motivated by revenge against his brother Dion, but he's also very ambitious, seeking to elevate his status and leave his mark in his community. He takes advantage of the killing spree, and he managed to gain stuff out of it. He gets a rival drug dealer, Lactavius, killed, and he also took over Shane's business for himself, all while also running his own little drug business as well. So I'm going to give Jay the greed mask.
That don't mean we even.
Lust. Lust is a strong desire for someone or something. It is usually of sexual nature. The Ghostface that I have chosen for this sin is Charlie Walker, the Ghostface and one of the killers of Scream 4. This is a very obvious one. Charlie was motivated mainly by fame, but throughout the whole movie we noticed that he was attracted mainly to girls. He had feelings for Kirby, but he was loyal and attracted to Jill. He was her accomplice, and he blindly served and helped her with the killings, and even was so openly able to hurt himself just to get Jill's affection. At the end, his lust towards Jill is what got him killed. So I'm going to give Charlie the lust mask. Next, we have the sin of gluttony. Gluttony is the overindulgence of a possession or an activity. It is mainly associated with overeating and drinking. Other examples include drug use, overconsumption of substances, wasting resources, and overspending. People who overindulge usually lack self-control. They find pleasure and satisfaction out of stuff, and they are never satisfied. The Ghostface that best represents gluttony is Richie Kirsch from Scream 5. Richie had an insatiable indulgence with fandom, mainly the Stab movie franchise. A die-hard and passionate Stab fanatic, he was knowledgeable in the movies, and he was heavily active in the online community. He made his own homemade movies, and he even bought all the confiscated evidence that was collected over the years of all the past killing sprees. He wasn't satisfied with all 8 Stab movies, so he decided to orchestrate his own killing spree in order to create a new storyline, a new source material for Hollywood to adapt. So I'm going to give Richie the gluttony mask. Sloth. Sloth is the sin associated with laziness and idleness. A person that is slothful is negligent, incompetent, and avoids responsibilities. The Ghostface that I have chosen for this sin is Stu Macher. Now, Stu did have a lot of involvement with Billy. He did assist Billy in the murder of Marie Prescott, and Stu would become Ghostface when Billy needed backup. Stu, throughout the whole movie, his character, he's very funny and very laid back. However, he also, when he was Ghostface, he was very clumsy, very hesitant, very slow. Stu was supposed to kill anybody else who was around the house. He failed to kill Randy. He failed to kill Gail, which gave Sidney the advantage and turning the tables on them, which resulted in Billy and Stu being defeated. So I'm going to give Stu the sloth mask.
Man, I thought she was dead. She lived dead, man.
Now for the final sin, raph. Raph is to be vengeful, to seek retribution, to harm, destroy, and punish. Now this was the hardest sin because nearly all the Ghostfaces were wrathful. They all wanted revenge. Most of them actually. So I had to choose the Ghostface that best represents wrath at its purest form. And the Ghostface that I chose was Wayne Bailey.
You fuck with my family, you die.
Wayne Bailey and his kids, Ethan and Quinn, were the most wrathful killers. Unlike Billy, Nancy, Roman, and the rest of the other killers, the Baileys didn't just want to kill Samantha. They wanted to ruin her name publicly, punish her, and then kill her.
Because it's not enough to just kill someone these days. You have to assassinate their character first.
As well as anybody else who was associated with her and with the death of Richie. So this type of wrath that Wayne Bailey had was the most destructive type of wrath, because they would also target, call out people for their sins, and then punish them, giving them their own form of justice.
It wasn't until I saw that photograph of what you'd actually done to him that I knew. And I knew you had to fucking die. You had to be punished, along with anyone else who stands in our way.
So, I'm going to give Wayne Bailey the Wrath Mask. And this has been my list of the 7 Ghostfaces who represent the 7 deadly sins. Jill, who represents pride. Roman, who represents envy. Jay, who represents greed. Charlie, who represents lust. Richie, who represents gluttony. Stu, who represents sloth. And Wayne Bailey, who represents wrath. Do you agree with my list? Let me know. And thank you for watching.